boring answer, but best case scenario is that status quo is maintained, which is, if you've been reading any of the articles, that's the phrase that keeps coming up, is status quo. This like weird ambiguous state that Taiwan is in, where no one acknowledges it as a country, but still essentially does all the things that you would do with with a different country that you respect. So status quo maintained, and China can keep doing its whole, threats and whatever, but not actually carrying out a full-on takeover.
Okay, well, I will take it to the woo-woo level. I think that Xi Jinping will pass away, the Communist Party will fall into disarray, and Taiwan will be elevated to a real country.
That is indeed best case scenario. Damn, son. All right, well, fingers crossed. We'll see.
That's a long-term best case scenario.
It is. I mean, going back to the whole thing about like, why are politicians so old that run our countries?
70, right?
Yeah, but fucking Nancy Pelosi is like 86 or whatever, and she's still kicking. Like, on paper, you're like, yeah, 70 something years old, you should be like ready to wind it up, but no, I don't know.
Maybe someone from within the Politburo will just be like, it's time for you to go.
Well, the reality is that they have an election coming up, and several years ago, Xi Jinping did change the law that gave him the right to be president forever, essentially. But it was not saying he will be president forever. It's that they got rid of the term limits for a president. It doesn't mean he will be the president forever. So it's not like Putin, where it's like Putin is kind of like the only important person. Technically, if there's enough infighting within the Communist Party and people are sick of Xi Jinping, he could be ousted in the next election, which is coming up-ish. So theoretically, they could change leadership and the next person could not be as crazy about the whole reunification thing, at least not imminently.